Hello everyone, welcome back to the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow as we continue our Cup final coverage. It is all the men's finals today and we're getting into the national, the meaty stuff, as it is the plate final as the Western Wildcats take on Watsonians. So it has been a very exciting day so far, plenty of medals and silverware handing out. There is the hashtag on Twitter, hashtag SCO Cup Finals is the place to get in touch if you'd like to get involved with our coverage. Thank you very much for joining us, and we are just moments away from getting this plate final underway. Both these sides were knocked out of the cup in the first round. The Wildcats to Grange and Watsonians to Hillhead, so they have plied their trade in the second tier competition. Let's run through the sides for the Western Wildcats. The starters in goal is Gavin Somerville and also the captain. Also got Rory Smith, Adam McKenzie, Matt McGinley, Joe McConnell, Andrew McConnell, Rob Harwood, Niall Somerville, Nicky Humphrey, Fraser Moran and Andrew McAllister. On the sidelines is Alex Leo, Fabian Goldie, Russian Anderson, Alex Morrison, Ewan Cameron and Murray McDermott is the reserve keeper. Starters for Watsonians: Craig Beattie, Jack Kinloch, Tom Swabrick, Blair Wind, Fraser McCurdy, Fraser High, Fraser Sands, Michael Madison, Andrew Katsiopanos, Jamie Mackey and Luke Campbell is the keeper. On the sidelines, Roddy Craig, Tom Kemsley, Guy Rawson, Liam Hollis, and it's a side one or two light on the sidelines, but looking to win against the Wildcats. Watsonians in 9th place in the top tier in National League 1. The Wildcats are in 4th spot, and it will be the side in red, the Wildcats, to get us going. Jamie Frail, head of the domestic game, is with us for our coverage this weekend. Get his thoughts in a moment, as already the Wildcats looking to get off to a quick start. Nice into Lincoln play. Harwood McConnell getting fast and forward and furious, but not quite like the previous final. Not quite such an early goal, Jamie.
Yeah, so we had the luxury of a goal within the first 20 seconds in the last game, and it looked as if it was going to repeat form there. Western breaking away in a real bit of intent, so it's just needed that extra body up front just to knock that into the open goal after the keeper was drawn out. Watsonians looking as if they're sitting back, happy for Western to move the ball round at the back, don't give anything away in the first 5. And then of course they do have the attacking threat of Adam McKenzie from the back, just to throw the ball up and over into space.
Yeah, Watsonians' second side, losing in the previous final, the District Cup final. Incidentally, one of the result in Unit 4, Erskine Stewart's Melbourne won in that plate final of the district competition. Over on pitch 2, main focus for the rest of the afternoon is all on pitch 1. Forward come the Wildcats. McConnell, Rory Smith. McConnell trying to fly it across the face of goal. Watsonians in the white. Forward looking for Moron. tentative first 3 minutes from both sides as they're looking to try and pick up this piece of silverware.
Yep, apart from that initial blistering run into the D, then it looks as if they're just very cautious approach, just putting the feelers out again at the start to any final. Nobody wants to commit fully, maybe concentrate the counter attack to begin with. In terms of runs and recent fixtures, then at the beginning of the season, I think it's Western were struggling a wee bit, but in terms of turn to form now, they've the result last week against Grange, beating them 3-2, took the title chance away from Grange and put it into Kilburn's hands for the what we were calling Scooter Saturday, where the cup had to change direction in Edinburgh, and then Kilburn did go on to win that game, so it was Western's 3-2 to Grange that changed the title.
Yeah, I've heard it was car Sunday, scooter Sunday, helicopter Sunday, every Sunday, or Saturday rather I should say, yeah. Every motor vehicle. Yeah, you mentioned that the Western Wildcats were down in the relegation mire for the first part of the season. Good response. They finished in the top 4, won 5 of their closing 6 games. Watsonians, they've only won 1 of the last 5, languishing in that relegation playoff spot. Here comes Harwood though, trying to funnel its way through. Andrew McConnell, the number 9 jersey, shadowing Beattie.
Western's change of form throughout the season and to the good run recently is well deserved. So it's quite a young setup they've got. I think they've got 3 under 21 internationalists, 1 under 18 and 2 under 16s. So quality as well as a bit of experience with Adam McKenzie at the back, Gavin Somerville, who used to be the international goalkeeper.
That wasn't far away either. Rowson in the mix. And there's another look at attempt.
Yeah, he knows what he's going to do with it. He's close enough to the edge of the D, just rolls it in, gets the shot off.
Now is there a chance for the twist and the turn. Managed to come away with that. There's Joe McConnell. Space in front for Andrew McConnell if required. Just maybe a little late with that pass. And they've lost out. Turn away from Jack Kinloch. Good old clattering of the sticks. Blair line down that channel. Sonia's been rather lacking in early possession in the opening few minutes. Nicky Humphrey doing well just to keep it down there and try and get some space for the Western side. Good old Glasgow against Edinburgh tussle this. Joe McConnell. Little shove from opposite number Tom Swarbrick. Twist away by Somerville. McKenzie. Rory Smith. Blair Ryan trying to defend, but Andrew McConnell comes in with it. Is it going to fall? It's a penalty corner anyway. I think one or two were thinking they were going to dot it in anyway in terms of the attacking threat from Western, but umpires pulled it back.
Yeah, so there's an initial first foot there, and then the umpire's allowed to play on. It's hit the man in the line, and then it's bobbled through again. So I don't know if Neil, the umpire, has called it because of safety issues, but he's certainly brought it back to the first foul. So as a forward, you want the game to play on as long as you can in terms of advantage, but Neil's just decided, no, that's enough is enough. Penalty corner's enough of an advantage for him.
Yeah, a couple of the forward players were, I think, ready to tap it in to make it 1-0 anyway, but umpires have made their call. Neil McAlpine, Alistair Monroe. So it's the first penalty corner. And it's skimmed wide. Adam McKenzie.
No, keeper's got a touch on that. Someone's managed to get a slight save. They've given it as a long corner. Certainly Adam McKenzie is their main threat for flicks at penalty corners. I think it was just the slightest glancing save with the goalkeeper.
I was going to say it was friend or foe, I'm not entirely sure, but obviously the long corner was given, and Harwood Somerville looking around. Instead of Smith, he went for Harwood again. Watsonians have pinched it only briefly. Harwood doing well. Somerville watching his feet. Fed through by McGinley. Keeper manages to get it away, does Campbell.
Yeah, Luke Campbell there read the situation really well. He stepped forward to cover that back post player, which is a really tough decision for the goalkeeper to make. The ball's still in the D and able to get a shot off, and he's stepped out to cover the extra man. Comes out, clears it well into space.
Pretty much all Western possession and Milton 10.
It's a Watsonians team that's happy to soak up that pressure, stay half court, and then really attack on the counter. Not if they leave space in there though.
Queens with side and red. Andrew McConnell. Humphrey across to McKenzie. Smith goes wide. McConnell. Smith making a run. McConnell carries on himself.
Great run by McConnell there, just drives forward, running out of space, bit of pressure, finds a foot.
Neat running. It's all very tight in there, and in the end, Joe McConnell frustrated as possession goes to Watsonians.
Watson's back four, holding back really deep into their own half there. You'd expect them to be up supporting, and maybe their right back taking the ball there, get the numbers up higher, but they seem hesitant to come out their own half.
We talked about the Western slow start but great finish. Watsonians actually had quite a decent start, but form has really tailed off, and that's why they've ended up down in the playoffs, the relegation playoffs.
Absolutely. So Watsonians in the first month were top of the league. I think it was all first 3-4 fixtures, all wins.
Here is Madison for the Edinburgh side. Pass was cut out. Harwood. It's thwarted by Fraser Hay. Nice control that from Harwood. Lively in the early exchanges. Smith for McKenzie. McConnell. Skift off Sands' stick, and it might still fall for Western. Is it going to be a tap in? It is! And the opener, Fraser Hay, is leading the celebrations, and they have done all the play in the opening stages, and they hit the front.
Yeah, I'd say that's down to Matt McGinley's kind of tenaciousness in the ball. So he picks the ball up. Most people would be happy letting it run out one corner. He just gets the ball in the air, nips it past the goalkeeper unselfishly, rolls it into that danger area just round about the penalty spot. Somerville just tap in. Still a bit of work to do, but controls it, slots it home.
So the opener then. For the Wildcats, and Niall Somerville it was in the end, the one with the finish. What can Watsonians do in the reply? And it's Sands in bother and wriggled out of space, and a penalty corner. Andrew McConnell raced away from it, and in the thick of all the bodies they've got themselves a potential chance to make it 2.
Yeah, not a lot of options. So that's 5 players that were around the ball carrier, and they broke away together, rolled it in to the D and off a foot. So Western with the real hunger and the intent here. I didn't see a lot of Watsonians players moving or calling or helping out the ball carrier.
Umpire just stopping the clock to make sure everything's set.
Yeah, I think there's confusion as to who the 4th defender was going to be for Watsonians. So rather than waste time or have to card somebody, I think in tournaments they get 40 seconds to set up for a short corner, but that's obviously when all 4 are in the right place.
So it is Joe McConnell to inject this in. And it was Mackenzie again, took a quarter in the thick of that. Here's Harwood, and they've survived that with Watsonians.
Yeah, really well run down by the first runner. First runner's job is to get as close to the shot as possible, and he does. He gets right into that drag flick and it just bounces off his stick. I thought Rob Harwood may have done a bit more rather than just get the head down and run baseline. There was a few options around him.
Humphrey. Patient play up to McAllister. Taken out by Madison. McCurdy. Kemsley. Fraser Hay, it's away. Western last won this competition back in 2011, a little while now. The cup competition, I should say, so it's been a little while since they've been sort of on the table for the plate or any sort of silverware at the top table, so we're looking to try and get something out of obviously getting knocked out early on against Grange, which is a bit ironic after the events of last week, but that was a while back, the first round compared to last weekend. Big wins over Erskine, Stuarts Melville and Perthshire, and the 2 plate rounds, so not quite the Cup of 2011, but it may well be something to look upon with some pride, as they've still got the playoffs at the top of the table to come next week. From Joe McConnell, taken on by Rob Harwood. Rory Smith's ball intercepted from Swarbrick. In the way of that, here he is again. So a misplaced pass though. Thought it was by Moran. Oh, untidy.
Yeah, getting a bit scrappy now. I think rather than having the ball in and around where the bodies are, we need to get it back out, get Adam McKenzie back in the ball, moving the ball around the back. So in terms of Watsonians' position in the league this year, finishing 9th, then they go into the playoffs and play Clydesdale next, so this will be tremendous preparation for the club, for the team.
Humphrey to McKenzie. Kinley and Sarville again trying to keep hold of it, not for long. Kemsley towards Kinloch. Kemsley continues his run.
Not sure if the two are linked, but Tom Kemsley moved to Watsonians this season from Edinburgh University and played the first few games, and then I think he's been out for the majority of the season for an injury, so it's good to see him back. He certainly, I think he'll be surprised with the amount of pitch time he's getting just now, but a highly rated player, that's for sure, especially his time at Edinburgh University.
Rob Harwood screaming for the ball, trying to get a free hit going as quickly as he could. Smith. Rory Smith can. Somerville turn, no he can't.
Perfectly timed substitution there, number 13. Madison just comes on just as the ball's starting to get played down the left hand side.
Good vision, I'm sure McCurdy meant it to find Madison. Markey. Beatty. Runs away from the chasing Kinloch that was there.
Watsonians under no hurry to press that ball round the back there with Adam McKenzie standing over the top. Happy to sit in half court.
Keeper quickly out there for Mackey, but a little bit of pressure put on them. Morrison, that's a nice ball. It's going to be teed up, is it, for a second? No, it's not. Joe McConnell with the effort. It was Andrew McConnell that played it across them. You just thought he was going to dot it in for number 2.
Yeah, Andrew McConnell here sets his whole body up as if he's going to take the shot, commits the goalkeeper, so the goalkeeper thinks doesn't even see the chap to his right, and Andrew McConnell has obviously clocked it and then just rolled it nicely into his path. Unfortunately, can't put it in.
Two McConnells combining, but somehow not finishing. That means 1-0 to Western Wildcats.
So there'll be a debrief in the McConnell household this evening around that situation.
Might not if they win. We'll see.
True.
Rory Smith. Mackenzie. He's trying to pick out McConnell. Sands got there first. Somerville dances by, quickly trying to get a free hit going. Andrew McConnell got things started and wasted by Joe McConnell. Those two are not in a great couple of minutes.
No, there's some good intent though. They certainly read it. It's just that final phase. Again, two really young lads. Reminiscent of the Simpson brothers, Joe and Douglas. And they would tie up together for Western and terrorise a few defences.
Here is Joe McConnell again. And penalty corner. Roved his way forward and got his reward.
I think Joe just showing a bit of frustration there. The balls came off Watsonian's body and then just fallen to him perfectly to take a swing at it in the reverse, but Neil's been fairly sharpish in the whistle and just given the penalty corner. I don't know again if the situation became dangerous, but decides that penalty corner is the best option here. And this is Joe's frustration. All very polite, but still frustrated.
Oh well, he'll have it to inject in anyway. 10 minutes left in the first half in this Scottish Plate final here in Glasgow. Sun threatening to peek through, Western threatening to take a 2-0 lead. It's a different routine this time, almost a little dummy from Mackenzie, and Andrew McAllister, looks of it, helping himself to a second, and that is the reward.
Strong pull out and stop, well worked over the top, classic disguise, and then steps in, nice touch at the top from Rob Harwood. Sorry, just spilled coffee in the cameraman.
It's alright. Harwood now.
Harwood looking to take the ball early, and some Watsonians players in the road. I think then because he's not taking it from where it was originally supposed to be, the foul's been given against them.
Sun might be threatening to peek through, but it's still rather blustery here. Watsonians trying to turn the tide in the scoreline, trying to get something back at the end of the first half. They have soaked up pressure. Swarbrick get that back. Can they more front-footed in their attack. Fraser Sands. Smith, or Craig rather I should say, for Watsonians. Goes by, just haven't quite injected the little turn. Maybe to try and get themselves further forward. They need to get more on the front foot. Maybe they can do something. They have to do it from out wide. Beatty.
There's not a massive amount of movement from the Watsonians players off the ball. So when the ball carriers get the ball in the corner there, the Watsonians players are looking almost to react to what happens rather than set up and move into a space that they know the ball's going to go into. Watsonians starting to come alive now though.
Sands forward. Never going to find Katsiopoulos.
So Western's coaching team of Harry Dunlop and James Moran. Harry's the high performance coach at the Glasgow School of Sport, so a wealth of experience there, and James has been working with him in that team for maybe 4 or 5 seasons now, so a real focus on youth and then the next stage coming through.
Western been around for a while and founded in its original form in 1898. Certainly an upward curve in recent times. Certainly this season, as we've talked about, the real upturn in form as the season went on. And already with a good cushion in this final. Forward come Watsonians once more. Fraser Sands across the far side.
Still really deep though, the Watsonians back line really hesitant to move further forward than that halfway line.
Still in a good spot, less than 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes left. Beatty.
Number 8 Blair Wine just coming into shot now. That's probably their highest defender. Still not fully engaged, it's just if they're going to get them involved they need to get the ball out and round pretty early.
What can they do? Side the D. Nothing in the end. Satisfied look down on the Western bench.
Yeah, 2-0 up, comfortable. Harry and James are making a few changes soon, I think. But Watsonians not really threatening. Not again when it gets into that kind of final quarter, then that's when it starts to fizzle out when they face those numbers.
Somerville looking for Joe McConnell for Western. Madison penalised, bites off his foot for good measure. Humphrey and Smith for Harwood. Third goal before the break. Would be a big blow for Watsonians. McKenzie always thought he was going to dive, a ball into the D, up
Yeah.
a bit body part, and it's another penalty corner, and there is a chance now. Look what he done that time from a penalty corner.
It's a poor pickup at the top, so it's come in at pace, but it's went front stick, and it's just rolled off the front stick onto the defender's foot. And Adam McKenzie's found himself a corner. Let's see what he does with it. Of course, with Adam McKenzie being a well-known flicker at corners, then that's kind of what sold the dummy in the last goal. So Adam steps forward and everybody assumes that he's got the ball and he's going to flick.
Joe McConnell to inject again. Same result as last time, and deflected in, and once more celebrating McAllister.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Adam McKenzie, as we just said, steps forward over the ball. Watsonians are expecting him to flick, so they run everything straight at him. The change of angle opens up a gap. Someone else penalty spot, just gets that deflection up and over the keeper.
Rob Harwood celebrating. I wonder if there was a little touch in the middle of all that, but looks certainly much like McAllister. Claiming once more, very much the same routine as the last one. Maybe Harwood did get the final touch, certainly what the announcer's saying.
I think Harwood gets the ball up in the air. I think Joe McConnell's job is just to sorry, not Joe McConnell, the initial injector's job is just to get the ball in there for Rob Harwood to get the lift done. So as a goalkeeper, it's really awkward and horrible to face someone in front of you. You can't fully commit to saving the initial shot for exactly that, the slight deflection that lifts it up and over you.
Forward from Beatty. Watsonians have got 10 seconds to find something which they're not going to find. Harwood will trickle it away. There's the hooter, and that'll do, and Western look very much on track to lift the plate at the end of the contest. 3 first half goals, couple from penalty corners, pretty convincing. And for Watsonians, they've never really came at the blocks, have they?
Not yet, no. They're struggling to get into their stride. Do we have the first goal? Brings it along baseline, yep, and just that slightest touch, completely selfless, just to get the ball round the keeper. Doesn't need to get it under control, just needs to avoid the keeper, someone else's job. Somerville steps in, just rolls into the net. Right place, right time.
And again, first of a couple of goals from penalty corner situations. So yeah, McAllister helped on its way, and thought he maybe directed it all the way across, and it was Harwood did get a nick. That was the first one, so same result as second time. So very much the combo there of McConnell set up for McAllister and Harwood. Carbon copy, really.
Yeah, as we say, with the real threat being, well, not the real threat, but a threat being Adam McKenzie, then you tend to run one runner straight at that drag flicker, which obviously creates space to the side of that runner, and all Andrew McAllister does is knock it low and hard out that gap, and you've got Rob Harwood just to get the slight lift, roof of the net.
Okay then, so that's the state of play then at half time, with the second half to come shortly. It is Western 3, Watsonians 0. Well, welcome back to National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. Second half coverage then of the Scottish Plate final, and the Western Wildcats 3-2 the good. It's Watsonians, and after a good debrief and looking through all the replays, Rob Harwood with a couple from penalty corners, and also Somerville with the opener. Big job to get back into this one for Watsonians. See if they've got any fights in this second half. As we're back underway, and it is the side trailing that are looking to get going with pace and gusto.
Promising start from Watsonians, straight at the traps, but Western able to just smother it, keep it on one side. This is where Watsonians become dangerous. They're well spread around the back, lots of space and time for the defenders.
BT, good strength. Free hit too. Corner was from Swarbrick. One back though by Smith for Western. Back with Watsonians, Madison. Ricochets off Mackenzie. And certainly a bit of frustrating look about. I think it was Jack Kinloch across the exuberant with his hands flailing up in the air. Not happy with that. Missed by Sands. Now they're in trouble, Watsonians, and that should have been 4. Head and hands, that could have been a hat trick for Rob Harwood.
Yeah, he's kind of lashed at that there rather than take his time and see that there's an extra Western player just out to the side. If he'd picked up front stick, laid it across, then it was a 2v1 versus the goalkeeper.
Skip away by Sands. Watsonians have upped this a little bit more. Kemsley.
Great back post lead by number 10 for
McCurdy, making that run.
Yeah, well read by Gav Somerville. Just again clearing the lines, doing that extra rather than just being a shot stopper. Reading the game, knowing when to come out. Hightower is his nickname for obvious reasons. He's about 7 foot tall.
Impressive. Kinley trying to get it away, but Swarbrick not giving up there yet. Clattering off Joe McConnell.
Yeah, great hands by Swarbrick there. Just to bring it across and then 3D skill lift it in, try and get it round past him. He's managed to draw foul.
BT, good little hold up touch from Kinloch. Harwood breezes away with it for Western. Their lines for Watsonians. It was poor, it was cut out by Joe McConnell, and now here's Andrew McConnell. BT back there for Watsonians.
Again, great hands.
Callister stopped him, but BT got halfway up the field. Line spreads it across for Sands. Injection of pace. Harwood for all 3. It's been lost, and Watsonians can break. Swarbrick did well initially. Across here to McCurdy. 2 shouts in the circle, but No execution on the pass, and look at the space here for Andrew McConnell. Just got caught back there, but tracked back.
It's been a bit of a flat first 5. A bit of probing, but nothing real, no real meat in the bones. Watsonians back 3 and 4 seem to have a huge disconnect between the rest of their team. I mean, the gap is useful if you can get the ball to travel through that distance, but what Western are doing really well is filling it with 5 bodies and just either shutting it down or picking up an intercept really well.
But along that from line, just lost control of it. Well, the 2 league meetings between the 2 sides, the Western side wins 6-0 at the end of March. And it was 4-2 in November to Western. So pretty much going to form, and obviously where the table stands in the league with differential positions. 4th against 9th. Very much is going to how the paperwork suggested.
So in terms of preparation, obviously next week is the grand finals for European playoffs. Western have 12 times league winners, Kelburn, next week, so Watsonians, good prep for Clydesdale game. Western, again, good prep for the Kelburn game.
Bobbling around all over the shop there.
Watsonians just congesting the middle really well, giving Western all the space out wide, but nothing much in.
McGinley, it was lovely. Joe McConnell. And umpire signals other way. Rob Harwood not too happy. Stolen there by McAllister. Side now. Come forward again.
Slow start to the second half.
Wind going for something a little bit different. Fraser Hay not ever going to reach that. Picked up here, Morrison couldn't find the touch from Harwood in the day.
Also needs to take a quick one, move it well. Western aren't back to get reshaped, but they're getting numbers now. Watsonians looking to go back round to the back 3 who are barely over the 25. Again, if they're going to build it out and keep these guys in the space, they need to do more.
Doing well, using strength initially. Ginley's opposite number defended. Tom Swarbrick looking for the options. Tries to go backwards. It's going to be driven in. Again, no one there, just to get that little faint touch to get one on the board.
Yeah, good crash ball in terms of starting down the right hand side to the middle and then across to that left angle.
This is high and this is dangerous. Keeper was at full stretch towards the end of the day. And Harwood again, always threatening. Kemsley getting plenty of time initially to run out of road eventually, and here is Harwood once more, using his pace.
Excellent turn of pace.
Running away at will. Did it come off a foot? It did, because there's one or two waiting. A cynical one just to take that and take the penalty corner, I think, from a defensive point of view, because they were in a bit of trouble there.
Absolutely, Western turn away by Rob Harwood, great turn of pace, and then he's aware that he's not got numbers, there's somebody breathing down his neck, he's starting to get tired, just lift the ball up, find a shin guard, and that's you.
If it's not job done already, this would pretty much finish it off, you'd suspect, once and for all. So routines have been made in a little huddle. Will they go for a similar route to the first period where McAllister is influential and a little touch through for Harwood? We'll find out from Joe McConnell to deliver once again. They go different. Still in open play, but it was Somerville who scored the opener, of course, Niall Somerville.
Watsonians just seem to dwell on the ball too long. You can see where they've seen the pass.
Space here once again, open up at will, and penalty stroke time and yellow card. Cynical again, they were cut open there and had to do something abrasive.
Absolutely, he's came across to make the tackle. He's still covered the line to the extra player, but you just can't go swinging in like that and expect to stay on the pitch. Was there real cause to commit to that, or was the player running towards the baseline with an oncoming goalkeeper enough to do the job?
Harwood to seal the hat-trick. He doesn't. And a bit of a let-off for Watsonians.
Keeper does well, comes down to cover that side, but it's well clear of the target.
Craig Beattie, the one with the marching orders. I like the fact that he was trying to protest his innocence there.
The Western coaching team, James and Harry, will definitely have a plan of action should they go one man up, so it'll be interesting to see the step change.
Humphrey battling through. Kinloch did well to get it back initially and fed through to no one.
Rob Harwood again in the right place, just that final yard, 2 yards out of reach. I think in most hockey circles it would be called jug avoidance, where you avoid getting a hat-trick so you don't have to buy everybody a jug of beer when you get back to the clubhouse. Perhaps not, I think he's 17.
Somerville with the opener in first half, followed by finishes, little nicks from penalty corners for Harwood. And that's why we're at 3-0 with just under 22 minutes left in this plate final. Cup final to come at 4. Swarbrick trying to weave away, protesting, but nothing coming, and McGinley pinched that back. Morrison lost it though. Madison rousing ahead if need be.
not a lot of options going forward for Watsonians, so again, looking to go back and build it round. Must move quicker though.
If they've got any glimmer of a hope, they need to think about scoring soon. But of course, remember, they are down to 10. And possession is at the wrong end for the Edinburgh outfit. Mark McGinley. Joe McConnell in a tussle with Swarbrick.
Watsons could have numbers here if they continue to move forward.
Morrison Diamond trying to keep that in possession of Western. Kemsley. Can't see a Patterson was shouting for it down his near side, but went backwards. Quite pedestrian. Long, and that's a good pass though from McCurdy. Cut out Ryan McAllister. Can't see a Panos now.
Western Wildcats still a man up on Watsonians, and I think the changing tact is that they've left Andrew McConnell really high in the opposition half as soon as they get possession. That's just drawn their two Watsonians centre backs further up the field, giving space in midfield for Western. Well, left Andrew McAllister, who rolls it into lots of space here.
Here he is now, getting shadowed by Hay. Wonderful play this from Harwood. Play on. And it's going to be tucked in. Andrew McConnell couldn't squeeze it in and on the line. He couldn't get it over for number 4.
Yeah, so great decision by the umpire here. The keeper drops and it's sitting in his hand, and the Western player just scalps the keeper in the back of the arm. So if the keeper's arm was a stick, then it'd be a stick tackle.
Yeah, Rob Harwood was waiting on the line. Here comes Beattie back on after his yellow card. And well, taking out the yellow card, he has probably one of the better players for Watsonians, trying to get something going. Good play out wide, Kemsley. And they've got a penalty corner now, Watsonians, and if they have got a bit of a chance, this would be one to try and take.
Yeah, Tom Kemsley just kind of overruns the ball and then sees the opportunity, just rolls it off a foot. You can see Gav Somerville, Western's goalkeeper and captain there, taking the helmet off. Pretty aggrieved that Tom's managed to get that far up and that far in without a tackle coming in first.
Chance here for the Edinburgh side, 17 minutes left. Cardy to inject. Sands, Madison all around there. Can't see a Panos too. Oh, and just rolled wide. Madison was the one in the end. Someone never took a neck off anyone.
No, I think the first runner, Joe McConnell, number 7 for Western, has ran right down the barrel of the gun there and done enough to put the flicker off. So no power, no pace, because he's right down his throat.
So chance lost. We'll try again from open play. Kemsley once more weaving in, and they've got another penalty corner similar to just around 60 seconds ago.
Again, yeah, individual skill by Tom Kemsley, and as he's dribbling in, he's just impeded by somebody's stick, so it's a bit of stick obstruction. He can't get it there because there we go, stick tackle comes in, holds him off. In terms of where he's going, not a real attacking threat, he's moving towards the baseline, narrow angle, so Neil McAlpine has just decided, yep, get a penalty corner for that.
So a second chance then in as many minutes. Curdy with the injection, and will he go for something similar or will he try something else? Sands Madison around. It is Sands, and in the end again nothing comes of it. Loud one for Harwood, back to his feet. Here comes Beatty though for Watsonians, just shadowed out by Andrew McConnell. Swarbrick.
Watsonians back 4 and 5, really deep again.
Quickly on to Madison, can they work it through? Spiraling and bouncing about everywhere. Well, 2 right cheers in the crowd, a great crowd, and the stand is very packed, which is great to see. Some have been here since 10 AM this morning. I want to see a Watsonians goal.
Yeah, so a Western free hit, and Watsonians have just lifted it into the body of Matt McGinley, who's standing close enough to the cell. Goalkeeper really high there. Goalkeeper almost touching the 25 to intercept that, should it have been missed by his defender.
Forward comes Kemsley, does like to roll down that channel.
Yeah, Kemsley proving a real struggle for Western to defend against. Game starting to take a bit more of a physical turn. There seems to be a bit more argy-bargy taking place.
Well, it's looking, it's going to be relatively comfortable for Western. They've to deal with Sonians a bit more in the second period, but still not conceded. Forward comes Humphrey. Moran.
Not a lot of movement from the forwards in Western there. Three forwards in the D, all standing watching. You would expect a bit more movement. There's certainly acres of space out in the Watsonians' right hand side.
That motor's down for Hay in space. Rousing Katsiapanis. And 2 others making themselves known in the D.
Watsonians happy to just concede all the space that they've won up there to get the ball out and round into an area with more space. They've done it really well this time. They've almost flipped sides from just inside the 25 to the left to inside the 25 to the right, 3 passes.
Curdy quickly winds, but too quickly for everyone. It's kind of a similar pattern to the seconds team earlier for Watsonians, who were pretty much down and out of it after the first period and had plenty of half chances and possession, but couldn't really do much in that final. It's the same sort of story. Watsonians have kind of grew into it, but
and there we go with the argy-bargy. This is the start. Once we've had 1 or 2 cards for that, then you can only start changing colour.
So it will be a couple of minutes there for Andrew McConnell for Western. Won't stop them attacking though. Fired across by McGinley. Somerville.
There we go again. As I said, the tempo and the feel to the game has changed. Having already given out a green card for similar behaviour, then we've escalated to a yellow. So yeah, Neil Somerville's just lost the ball, went to play it. The Watsonians players screened him. It could be argued that it's third party, but Neil's reaction is just to step forward with his hands up, and receives a yellow for it.
It's a yellow, Somerville, so for a brief period Watsonians got 2 advantage. Oh, can they find it though? Can they find the goal?
His brother at the other end steps forward, clears the lines.
Crowd getting into this in the final 10.
Western
across.
2 players down, so this is Watsonians' real chance to get back into the game.
And that hasn't found someone in the day. Trying to dive in there was Hake. Now Somerville still in a bit of a protest chat with some of his teammates, still not entirely happy with the decision. But I suppose you wouldn't be, would you?
No.
It's won back by Harwood. Play on to the umpire, Roshan Anderson. Harwood Anderson saved. Still open here, Matt McGinley can't quite reach. That would have been a bit of a sucker punch one if he managed to score there.
Rob Harwood making a real nuisance of himself, just popping up here, there and everywhere. Really great work ethic. Western now back up to 10.
Somerville remains with his yellow. Beatty and Craig. Rolls away.
We have experience here from Adam McKenzie. Takes his time in the setup, throws the ball nice and long, bear in mind they're a man down.
Now here is Andrew McConnell on his own though. Reminder already today, Hillhead thirds 0, Grange thirds winning the Reserve Cup final in the Reserve Plate. Grove winning 5-2 against Watsonian, both thirds teams. District Cup final, Grange 2s winning 4-1 against Watsonian 2s, and Edinburgh Uni 2s beating Erskine Stewart's Mill 4-1 in the plate of the district competition. So a busy day so far. Still at the main cup final at 4, Grange and Kelburn. Grange looking for a hat-trick of silver success. Seven minutes left. Western edging closer. Watsonians trying to get something on the board.
Western, even though still a man down, looking to go forward at all times, looking to attack the circle.
Joe McConnell was weaving his way in and out like players weren't there. Kenzie initially was trying to get on with things really quickly, and he'll have it again.
Okay, so from the free hit, Adam McKenzie's went to play the ball, and the Watsonians defenders not retreating 5 metres to allow him to do that has escalated the free hit into a penalty corner.
It's an extremely cheap way, cheap way to give away a penalty corner.
Ball's taken, he steps forward, out in D.
So this could be the main chance to add a second half goal for Western. All the goals coming in the first half. Somerville, a couple from Rob Harwood. Somerville still down on the sidelines. Joe McConnell once more to inject. It is Mackenzie, it is saved. Joe McConnell will try and follow up. Close but no cigar. Big roller as Beattie tries to race himself forward. Good support from both sides in the stands.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how the goalkeeper managed to take that. I think the ball went out over the baseline, so it would have been a 16, but the goalkeeper seemed to just roll it forward and kick it.
Panos trying to get something across, claiming that it came off a red foot, but nothing doing. Here's another look at the penalty corner.
Yeah, so the ball goes out and then he just rolls it forward and takes it. I should maybe focus on the attacking prowess of a penalty corner rather than the intricacies of how you take a 16 as a goalkeeper.
Harwood still looking for a hat trick. Good turn from Andrew McConnell initially. Just ran out of road. McCurdy. Swarbrick. Coming together with McConnell, and Joe McConnell win that back. Now here is Harwood, and a good team play, but there is number 4, and Andrew McConnell is that's going to take that one. And the McConnells have been pretty lively all game, and Andrew McConnell, who did score a couple in the semi-final win, is on the board here.
So from the first sight, the goalkeeper will be annoyed and frustrated, not with himself. Great initial save, but nobody seems to react and move. He's got time to get up and try and get set for the next one. But Andrew McConnell is it that scores. It's a bouncing ball, lies to his front stick. He's always going to give it the beans, so you don't fancy the goalkeeper's chances second phase. But first phase, brilliant reaction save.
So there is that second half goal for Western. Been craving it for a little while, but they have been fairly comfortable, not been too worried about not getting a fourth goal if it didn't come. Held out any threat Watsonians have had.
So Neil Somerville's yellow card must have been a 10-minute yellow. It must have warranted the harsher of the two punishments. It can be anything between 5 and 10 minutes, so a big seat for him. .90 seconds left of this national plate final.
It was Falkirk that won this last year, so it will be Western Wildcats that will be sealing this. Watsonians get a goal. Madison forward for Katsiapanos. Driven forward, and there is Fraser McCurdy, and there is something to take back to Edinburgh with 60 seconds left.
That's it, wipes the clean sheet off the board. All the fantasy hockey players there disappointed in that goal. Great composure, head up, slaps it nice and flat. Two people lined up, lift. Gav's really unlucky with that.
Harwood, maybe Western aren't done yet, and they nearly weren't done yet. Joe McConnell was waiting to tap in on the line. A couple of players were, in truth. I think Cowan was the other one. Time pretty much up, and that'll do. And it will be Western that pick up the Scottish plate for 2017, and a very convincing win it was. The 3 first half goals, 2 from penalty corners from Harwood really were the difference. Somerville got one early on in the first 15 minutes or so, and then a little bit of extra gloss towards the end from Andrew McConnell before one back at the end. Let's look at the goals, and this was the first one.
Well taken, yeah. Goalkeeper pretty eager to come out and close down. It's just, it once again becomes a bit of a non-orthodox situation where there's a bounce and the bounce just takes it under his feet.
This was penalty corner one.
Yep, Watsonians running a low arrow there. That always leaves the gap to the front runner's right hand side. A high arrow puts some pressure on that slip, but they went low arrow, and I think they must do the same for the second time as well.
There we go, very similar routine.
Yep, so if we watch the right post man, he just comes out and he's too far away to make any engagement there.
So that was towards the end of the first period. Made the half-time team talk sweeter, and then this was the fourth.
I mean, hockey players dream of setups like that, the ball just bouncing, nice height, lots of time around you, step in and unleash a shot. Kept it nice and low. I've seen people step into that and send it beyond the car park. Strength in numbers with this one, so yep, a 2v1 against Anthony McKenzie, passes round him and then laid back to another 2 options in front of Gav.
So that was the consolation for Watsonians. So then, the presentation of the plates you'll see on social media and Facebook, so do check it out through Scottish Hockey. We'll take a pause for now before the big one. At around about 5 to 4 we'll be back with you, as it is Grange against Kelburn in the Scottish Cup final. Do join us then. But it is Western, the winners of the plate, beating Watsonians by 4 goals to 1.